Hello, everybody, and welcome to, what is probably the end of the year stream for, everyone. It is, let's say, the 29th today. We're about only 48 hours, roughly a little over 48 hours until the new year, 2024. And as you guys can see, I'm already prepared for it. Different logo, changed my background. Got some new things coming on. I don't know if anyone can ever actually hear me. How's my sound, Chris? Good? Good. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. All right. So let's get started on what we got going on in today's topics. So today is just a show-off stream. So that is it. So if you missed what I just said, because like I said, I think I had myself muted, but I use Discord, so I use like two different soundtracks, or different, and by soundtracks I don't mean like music, like soundtracks as when you're talking and stuff like that. It's called a soundtrack, and for most of the people who didn't really know anything about that, a little education there for you for being a DJ and shit. All right, so let's get it moseying on around. So the first thing I'd like to do is it looks like this person has made it first on my list. Technically, another person made it first on my list, but unfortunately, everything else requires a camera to show. Today, I'm going to show off an image. So what I'm showing off today is all the stuff I got for Christmas and from whom, and I'm going to tell you with each one. Now, unfortunately, this first one is going to require a picture because I was not going to finagle trying to show you on the camera, nor was I going to take it out. It's kind of a freaking huge thing, so here we go. It's a big thing. Booyah! So what we see here is a keyboard and mouse mat. Not very well, but it has light-up lines, and it is of the Galaxy-class USS Enterprise NCC 1701 Enterprise D. This is Picard's Enterprise from the Next Generation. You can't see everything else that's on it, but it's basically the LCAR system from Star Trek on the 24th century of the Enterprise D. And here I got my light up keyboard, that is mine. And this courtesy comes from Sparta Chris. Thank you, Sparta. It was a wonderful gift. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I leave this thing on at night, man. It's like a cute little nightlight of shit. So I love this thing to death. So for those who don't know, I am a Star Trek fan. We are going to be running a 12 session or more campaign. But it's only going to be limited. The only time, it's going to be 12 parts, and the only time each part should only be one session at minimum. At maximum, maybe two, at most. It shouldn't, if it goes into three, should not be. So I'm expecting anywhere from at least 12 to no more than, if I had to guess, 36 sessions. I don't think we'll see 36. Not even remotely, because getting through a Star Trek session is not that hard. So, yeah. And it's not that long either. It's basically storytelling. It uses the Modiphius system, the 2D20 system from Modiphius. So we will be seeing more into that. But anyway, I have to thanks Mr. Sparta Chris for my Enterprise D. I wish I could show you guys more of that. It's kind of a big thing, and I can't move my keyboard and stuff around. I'd have to actually take everything off, and there's no way to do that right now. So this was the best picture I was able to get. Sorry for those I disappointed. Alright, moving over to the other screen. This blows. This really blows. Yeah, we're not doing all this. This is how much can you guys see? Okay, you guys can see a good chunk of it. So, can expand myself out here. There we go. You guys got a blown up picture of me today. So, no, that's not gonna work. I need to see more of that. So, we're probably just gonna cover up this photo here. I'm gonna expand out my camera just a little bit. I don't think expanding is really gonna work. Nope, that's the biggest I can make it. Really? I'm gonna have to do my best, I guess. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's do my best. Yeah, I'm not giving a crap about my name. Okay. So everyone knows I'm Tabletop Junkie. So this next gift. Wish it wasn't so much high up in the air, but or so low to the ground. Maybe I goofed up on that one, but hopefully you guys can see it. My next gift is the Necronomicon. Oh yes, and I want to let everyone know I didn't know this, but this is a fucking ear. All right, this courtesy comes from Mrs. Tabletop. Yep, there's no way I can adjust that. Hang on, let me see if I can try and adjust that a little bit better. There, that is like too fucking low. There we go. That's a little bit better. Alright, this is the Necronomicon. Alright. I think for you guys who are seeing it upside down, let me see if I can flip the screen real quick. There we go. The Necronomicon. Woo! Courtesy of Mrs. Tabletop Junkie. This is what you call a movie prop. So this is just a replica of the movie prop of the Necronomicon. Yeah, I should be careful, make sure there's nothing too revealing in this one. As if there would be, but it is kind of like that. But yeah. So it's even got some nice pages to look at. And so she got this for me because I love the Necronomicon so much. I'm a big Howard Philip Lovecraft fan, and everyone loves Ash vs. the Evil Dead. This comes from Mrs. Tabletop Junkie with much love, and gotta love my girlfriend because she knows what I like. Alright, so the next gift is a gift to myself that I purchased about a year ago, and it finally came through. Voila! The Chronicles of Everfall, Shadow of the Conqueror by Shad and Brooks. Now, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm a big Shad fan. Yes, Shad, if you're listening out there, Shad, I love you, man. I also love Jazza and everyone else that you work with. Fucking fantastic people. You guys are real gamers, and I love that you're in the hobby. And this came in. I ordered this about a year and a half ago, and it finally just came in. So kind of a gift to myself and a Merry freaking Christmas, because this actually came in just a few days before Christmas. I thought that was kind of crazy. So I had to show this off. This is actually really nice book. I'm scared to open it, and I'm just very careful. Really nice printed artwork. It is a full hardcover, and I got it in pristine condition. See, that binding's not been even used. Look at that. So it's virgin. I'm going to use it later. Oh, wow. There's a map at the beginning of the book. Really? Ha! He was not lying. There's actually, it looks like to be two maps, actually. Huh. That might be the world map. Smaller continents above Telos. Oh, Telos. And Telos. We are gonna, this is gonna be, because I got my copy too. Yeah. I haven't even looked into this, so heck yeah. That is amazing. Alright, everybody. So this one is my absolute, like, I can't say, I can't pick a absolute favorite, but this one really touched the heart. Like, I don't really have much of a heart, so this one broke any ice that was there a little bit. So I'm going to show it to you. The Lord of the Rings, illustrated by the author edition. It comes in... Yeah, so... This book I have yet to read. This came from my good friend, the Witch King. This is a very nice addition. It comes with 2 hand-drawn maps. I'm scared to open it. Look at this. Just fantastic. And it even comes with 2 of these. I get one right here. A map of Middle Earth. If my camera would focus. Probably isn't going to focus too well. I'll have to actually make a copy of that. I'm actually getting ready as soon as I can get a little bit of money. And I'm actually going to go get... a picture frame for it. So... So this is a book of many different types of stories. It's hard for me to figure out what is what because I actually have not read it yet. But it looks like it's a story inside of story regarding Middle Earth. So this is something I'm looking forward to reading. I can't say too much on it. Let me see if there's anything on the back. There's nothing on the back detailing what it exactly... and whoa, what the hell? Okay, there's another map. Another piece of paper that I didn't even see. I just found this just now. And this looks to be map of Rohan, Gondor, and Mordor. Drawn by C.R. Tolkien for The Return of the King. Okay, so I got 2 maps. Didn't even realize that. That's been sitting there this whole time inside this book, and I didn't know. I only knew about the first one that I showed you. So... we're definitely going to be diving into some Lord of the Rings this year. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Why is my camera unfocused? I have no idea. So this one really actually got to me because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. Witch King and I do share that with each other. I love Lord of the Rings. I do watch it with Mrs. Tabletop quite often. So, yeah, now it's good. Now things are about to get better. And for those who don't know, I am going to point this out, and if you don't like me for it, you can get over yourselves. I'm not a big Rings of Power fan. I don't like Rings of Power no more than I like New Trek and New Star Trek and New Star Wars, which we call Disney Star Wars. Speaking of Star Wars, let's bring that in. Let's bring in what I've got. Woo! Woo! Da 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 da! Star Wars: The Complete Galactic Timeline Collector's Edition by Damian M. Buckland. Okay, so let's get it out there because I'm going to make waves. I'm going to piss people off. This is everything. It says complete timeline. I swear to God, someone comes at me in my video for this. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I'm a very nice guy. I'm a very understanding person. I'm a very neutral person. Any further comments, you can just shove up your ass, all up in your ass, and call it a day. I'm going to get vulgar right now because I'm going to tell you guys something. This covers the George Lucas era for when he had Star Wars, plus the extended universe for when he had Star Wars. Okay, this covers nothing from Disney. So, yes, I bought the book. If anybody says, well, buying the book, you support that, you support bigotry, blah, 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 let me put this as plainly as I can. Go fuck yourselves. Gladly, go fuck yourself out my door. I don't give a shit. Okay? I'm not overly thrilled with Disney. It's nothing personal. I like good shit. That's all there is to it. Okay? I got to go through this book a little bit. So, I mean, yes, I didn't buy anything that has Disney canon stuff in it. I am sorry, but it doesn't make me happy. For starters, okay? Let me take a look at something here. Let me look up some facts. So this doesn't cover anything from the High Republic, which at some point we may end up talking about the High Republic. Okay, the High Republic goes from the 500 BBY all the way down to 100 BBY. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I went through some of this book and I've read it. I didn't have a problem with the extended universe. I didn't have a problem with anything about the extended universe. If you had a problem with the extended universe, that's a you problem. You can work it. Just like, okay, and I will say the same thing. I have a problem with the Disney universe. That's a me problem. I will handle it. But what I don't want is the personal attacks that has been happening. Expanded universe. Expanded, extended, whatever. I just don't want the issue or the bullshit that comes with just saying, hey, I like this. So, yeah. For instance, here is supposedly when, this is 500 BBY, this is when supposedly the High Republic happened. But it doesn't mention anything about that. It does say the Jedi training vessel Junthor is built to orbit around the planet Abheen by the Republic fleet system. The Federation of the Double Worlds is founded. The Federation of the Double Worlds, also called the FedDub, was a government of Telos and Trelos, the twin worlds of the Corellian system. It was independent of the central government on Corellia and often maintained adversarial relationships with the other planets of the system. Plagan is discovered. Plagan was a planet in the expansion region on the Anair run with the high plateaus covered in lakes and grasslands. Its low plateaus were dry. See, there's stuff here. And then there's like all of this other stuff. Now, I'm not saying they retcon this, but I'm saying there's a story here. Okay? Maybe I'm going to do a study this year. Yeah. The Golden Age. I'm not sure what the Golden Age of a High Republic is, because by the time the Empire was on the rise, it was already facing a few other things. Now, I mean, that was supposedly at the start. So, I've got the complete timeline for everything that George Lucas did, plus the extended universe. Nothing for Disney. It's nothing personal. I like this kind of stuff. I'm not quite happy with the High Republic. I have seen some of that stuff, but I am willing to give it a try. But what I don't want is to sit here and somebody go, well, you bought a book by a guy who didn't even write about the High Republic, blah, 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 or whatever. I can tell you this right now. I see things on Twitter. I see things on, many other social media platforms where you just have a lot of supreme hate for those who don't like Disney canon. It's nothing personal. It's just not my thing. I'm from an older generation, and I mean, I just don't know. I couldn't even make it through Ahsoka. First off, Ahsoka was crap. Mandalorian was good for the first 2 seasons. I couldn't stand Boba Fett, so that was just weird. But this is what I like, okay? You know, it's still Star Wars, just like everything else. I'm not trying to say, you know, Rebels was actually pretty good. I actually didn't mind Star Wars Rebels, which was actually made by Disney. So, I just don't want to receive a lot of hatred for picking up a book that only has the complete timeline for anything that George Lucas did or the extended universe, which actually has nothing to do with Disney. That's all I'm saying here. This is one of the books I picked up. This actually came from my father and his wife, so they know my taste. This wasn't the only book I picked up. I did pick up one more. And I picked up Star Wars: The Essential Atlas, which this covers everything. To my knowledge, I think it covers everything canon for this stuff for George Lucas and the extended universe as well. And I think a little bit of Disney canon stuff too. Nothing too major. Just going to show off. But yeah, this actually has a complete list of planets and history for you. And then, oh, look at that. I get a freaking picture of the galaxy. Woo! And then they actually break this down. They actually break stuff down throughout each and every era. This is the client states, miscellaneous stuff. So yeah. And what I do like is, okay, so you can actually see on each of the planets, like, once my camera fucking focuses. This actually covers stuff like where you can find it on the grid, how many people are there, and some major stuff, and then also covers moons and other planets inside of inside the planet's solar system. So this does cover quite a bit as well. Galactic population. Ooh. These I like to use as resource books, especially for the new story I'm probably about to do, because I am going to do a Star Wars story that will take place during the Empire era. The Empire exists. It is a thing. So, yeah. And this does cover stuff from the Rakatan Empire, too. I had to make sure of that, because I love the Old Republic. I mean, who doesn't like the Old Republic? Alright, let's put that back. Alright. And, like I said my piece on it. It's nothing personal with Disney stuff. I just, it doesn't click with me. I don't hate on it on a daily basis. Like I said, I'm actually going to get more, like, I actually have started reading some of High Republic books. I think there is some really good stuff there. I have to get time to get into it. It's just the problem that I have is I have this issue where if something becomes too much of a thing, I can't get into it because it's too much of a thing. You know? I know that probably doesn't make any sense to you guys. It's just like, yeah, it's so much of a thing. Like, if I go around and say the wrong thing, I could deeply offend someone. I'm not here to offend you. Like I said, I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm a very neutral person. I'm just not going to take all the hate. I see people receive hate all the time and get into arguments. It's not my thing. So, anyway, this whole stream is basically just to tell you guys what I got for Christmas, do a little bit of show off. And I was actually very happy with what I got this year. And it's even more than that. I was actually so happy that I ended up getting stuff that I really wanted for years. And, that helps me with storytelling, world building, and stuff like that. It's just amazing that people know who I am. So, again, special thanks to my father and his wife. Special thanks to Witch King for the Lord of the Rings book. I'm going to get into that, man, so that way we have something to talk about other than Star Wars and stuff. We're also going to get into, I got to thank Mrs. Tabletop for the book she bought me, and as well as Sparta Chris for the nice desk mat. We are going to be seeing more things this year coming up in 2024. Guys, we are literally 48 hours from that. And tomorrow I'm getting back to doing my reviews. I cannot wait any further. It's time to get back to doing stuff. That way, so I can try and make it to 200. Before I leave here today, I would like to actually point out, and I'm going to share it here, to please, for those who are viewing this for the first time, to please help me pick out my next game. Alright, so I'm going to share it. I'm going to do a screen share real quick. Oh, okay, it's already there. So this is it right here. I'm gonna put a link of it right into the live chat as well as into my description. So it's picking out the next game. Once I finish Call of Cthulhu, I need help picking my next game. And so far we've got Star Trek Adventures and Star Wars leading with 29.4% votes out of 34 votes. I'm hoping to get more. A zombie type game, which is a zombie game of any kind, is actually in last place at 14.7 votes. 7% votes out of 34. And then the other 26.5% is other out of 34. So, yeah, this is it here, guys. Well, I got to get going. I hear people stomping around. Like I said, I am going to post this in my description. I'm actually going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. I'm trying to do it right now. All right. I don't know if I'm going to lose people for shit I say on here, but like I said, it's not my intentions to offend anybody. It's just I'm not going to sit here and take any bullshit myself. So it is what it is. So, all right. Well, that's everything I have for this time. Thank you for everyone for tuning in to allow me to show off. Get with me here pretty soon. I'm going to have another thing posted regarding what my next stream is going to be, and we're getting back to reviews. I think we've got some things coming up, such as Chult Ascended is going to be my next tabletop review. Tabletop review number 93. When we get to 100, we're going to have a party, which we're not far off from 100. So let's get ready and have a fun time. Remember to work hard, play hard, game on, everybody. Have a great and wonderful evening.